Hello, hi friends, my name is Sarvansh and thank you for watching my the other video about Intune tutorial. So in last video I have shows you how you can deploy Windows app 32 in the on your end user machine, and today is video all about to how we can use the supersedence features when we are deploying a application. So let me explain you what is supersedence. So supersedence is a concept where older version will replace with the new version. So like I can say, if you deploy a ABC application on the end user machine and the version is 1.0, and suppose after 1 month 2 month you have the another application and your management is looking, can you supersede the old application and replace with the new application. So here we are going to learn how we can do the supersedence in our Intune. So I have the example. So basically in my the last video I deployed a Notepad 8.1.1, and today we are going to deploy 8.1.2, and this 8.1.2 will be to uh, superseding to 8.1.1 application. So before going here, let me show you the my client machine. So this is what the client machine here, and I'm on the company portal, and this app is available to install on the end user machine. So the client version is the application version is Notepad 8.1.1, which already available in my the company portal, and I'm going to deploy top of this 8.1.2. So let's see how this scenario will work. So to be deploy this application, let's follow the same process. First, we'll create the package, and let me go to here. I should be here, Intune app, and this is what the my application. So it was already created. Let me delete this. We'll create new one. So this is what the tool which is Microsoft provided. In my the last video I shows you. Again I'm showing you how you can create your Intune package with this tool. So once you double click here, you have to specify the source folder. So let me go here, and this is what my the source folder. Let me do it quickly, and this is my application name. Now again it asking for the output folder where you want the output, and it's asking for yes or no. So just put it yes, and here is a specify the catalog folder. So my catalog folder would be same, and now my package got created for Notepad 8.1.2. And let me go to the Intune console, and let me create this app first. So here is the 32. Click select the package, and let's go to the folder 8.1.2. Select this Intune Vim file, click OK. And now here we have to fill the detail like the publisher. Who is the publisher for this application? So it's a Notepad only. The app version is 8.1.2. In which category you want to add, you can select category based on your the application. So I'm selecting the productively, and this feature is something. So this is as a feature app in the company portal. So let me show you how it will work. So this is the my company portal. If you go to the home, and here is a feature app. So if you select that option, if you click yes, your application will shows under the feature app. If you want to present your application here, we have to click yes here. So your application will shows under the company portal as a feature app. So if you want to specify this URL, you can do it. If not, it's not mandatory also. If you would like to add the logo for this notepad, you can add it. If not, we can leave as it is. So let us go with this. Now the install command. So let me take a, I have put it in install command here. So based on your application, you have to check with the application command installed and the uninstallation command. And before creating that package, you need to test it manually whether this command is working or not. So I have tested this command already for install and uninstall. So I'm good with this. Now installation behavior, how you want to install. So here is a icon. If you drag your mouse here, it will give you the details. So if you selected the system, if you selected the user, how you want to install your installation behavior, like how your application is going to install, whether like a with the user account or the system account. So most probably we have to select a system because user won't be having the access to install the app. Now here is a reboot behavior. So if you want to reboot the machine, app install may the force a device reboot. So if the application needed the reboot, so after the installation machine will go to reboot here. And no specific action. So just I'm going with the no specific action because I don't want to take any of the action here. If it is reboot also required, so it won't be take any of the specific action. Now these are the codes. If you want to change it, you can change it. Like the when normally application got installed, it's through a exit code. If you want to change it, like exit code or the return code, both are the same after your the application installation, or whether it is failed or it is success or it is reboot pending. If you want to define your own, so you can click here, add, and you can define the custom code also. But it's again, you have to check the your application property whether that code will support or not. So let me go to next. So now here is a like a requirement under the like what is the requirements we're gonna fill it here. So operating system, if you click here, choose the architecture needs to install the app. I mean where you want to deploy this your app. So here is a option like 62 or 32 bit. If you have both the type of flavor for architecture, you can select it both. And if you are 100% sure you don't have any of the 32-bit machine, you can select only the 64-bit. So I'm going with the 64-bit. And now here is a minimum operating system required. So what does it mean? So if you select 1606, so after this version or the upper version, application will install. If you have any lower version than the 1607, the application won't be installed because it's not meeting the operating system requirement. If I selected here 1809, so what does it mean? It won't be installed, this application won't be installed on 1803 or 1709. So let us select the minimum operating system requirement here for now. Disk space required, so you need to check based on your application how much disk space there is required. So notepad is very light application, so it's not at all required the 100 MB also, but just I'm giving the 200. Let me go with the RAM, how much RAM it will utilize, the maximum 100 MB. And the processor and all these are things are not required anyway. This thing is not required, it will take by default how much is needed if you are not defining, if you are not limiting that. Let me go to the next now. So it is a detection rule, how your application will detect it, and based on that it will start installation. So here is the two things like the manually and your the custom detection. So if you go with this, the manually, you have to add it the manually part here. Or if you are selecting use the custom detection, so you have to put the your the script. If you write any of the PowerShell script, so here it's showing the PS1, or if you have the any other script you can use it. But I would like to prefer go with the PowerShell. It's more compatible with your the Intune infra. So let me go with the, I'm sorry, let me go with the manually and just click add here. and here is a type of MSI. If you are having the MSI application, so you can select the MSI, and the MSI code you have to select here. But for the moment, registry value also you can select it. You can define the registry value. If that registry value is matched with that particular path, so that application won't be installed, because that is mean this application already available in that system, and that's how the detection method work. So if this particular path is not available, then it won't be, then it will work. So let me go with the detection path and all. So how it will be, my the installation path is this, and the application will install, this is the my the file. So how I pick up this value, you need to install your application in any of the machine, and from there you can go and check it, like the my notepad plus plus is installed under program file, and I went under notepad plus plus, so this will be the my path, and this is my the exe, because this is the like executable exe, and the same thing I define under here. Now the detection method. Okay, so based on what, now I given the path, folder path name and the application, and now I'm going to decide like a value existent, value exists, or value does not exist, or a string, version, or it's like a integer. So I can say like this is like value exist, or it's depend on your the again the your requirement. But here we selected the wrongly registry value, so we are not defining the registry path. So let us go with this file version, and let me define it again. So registry path, notepad, I'm sorry, we selected the registry value. That's why it's showing the different thing. So here it should shows file or folder exist. And now again is associated a 32-bit app or the 64-bit. So if you want to define it, like if the yes, then expand the path environment for 32-bit or the 64-bit. So if you selected no, that it will take it a default. So I'm going with the no. Let me just click yes, and now here our detection rule is ready, and now let me click next. And now here is a dependency. So in this video I'm not going to show you about the dependency. In the next video I will be creating about the dependency. So now we are talking about the supersedence. So let's move it to the supersedence part. Here now we have to decide this application which I'm creating 8.1.2, on which application is going to supersede it. So now it's going to supersede this 8.1.2. So wherever this application is there, and if I apply deploy this 8.1.2, so this application automatically remove, or it will be invisible on that company portal. So now let me select here, and now here is an option, uninstall program previous version. Yes, I want to uninstall the previous version which is already installed, and it will install the new one. If you want to add any other more application, you can go with that, but the most of the scenario we are superseding just only the with the one application. Let me go here now, and this is for the assignment where you want to deploy your application. So let me go to the Intune. In the one more console I open, and let's verify our group here. Under the group, I have created a group here like the notepad, notepad underscore 8.1.2, and here I added the one user, and the same user is added to my the another group. I mean the another app 8.1.1. So the same machine I'm going to add here to test it, and how it going to supersede it. So we are good with this, and here under the required, so I'm not going to make it as a required because I want to see in the company portal. If I make it as a required, it won't be show me under the company portal. So it will directly go and it will install the app, or like it first it will uninstall the 8.1.1, and then it will install the 8.1.2. So I'm going to make it available in the company portal. So what I need to do, I can add group, and let me select this group here, and now go to the next, and we are good with this all the settings. If you want to verify like anything is missed out, so you can just check it here, and you can just go back to previous, and you can modify anything if you missed out anything. So now let me create this, and it will take just the few of these seconds, and it will be ready. So now here you can see in the progress, so this app is created, and now this app is getting uploaded to your Intune console, because now this application is stored in your locally, and now it will upload to the Intune portal. Now this is ready, so our application is ready now, and we are good. We set up all those things. If you want to verify, you can go to the property, and you can check all those things are here. If you want to modify anything, any of the parts, so here is a button to click edit. You can add it and can modify it. So now we are good with this deployment, and here you can see in the app is created here. If you want to see the assignment, you can go here and can check where it deployed. Go to then the property, and it deployed to this group, Notepad 8.1.2. So that's how you can validate your application targeted to which group. Okay, so this part is looks good here. Now let me move it to end user machine. So this is what the my testing machine, and here is still this app is showing 8.1.1, and when this machine go to the policy, then it will replace, this app will replace 8.1.2. That is our the whole goal, to understand this supersedence logic. So here and you can see in the status, it is like a installed mode, or if you want to verify, because still we have not sync up this our policy we have not sync up. So let me go to the control panel, wi, okay, let me go to the control panel, and I can go with the program and features, and let me validate this what are the version is here. So notepad, we have 8.1.1 version here, and when this policy will be there, it will reflect here, and if I'm clicking to install it, automatically it will uninstall 8.1.1, and it will replace with the 8.1.2. So let us start this scanning, and let us search. So now before clicking to sync here, you can get it from the company portal. Before going to sync here, you can just go with the logs. So this is what the logs, let me reopen again, how you can check it. Go to the C drive, and now here is a program data. Under the program data, go to the Microsoft, and under the Microsoft you have a folder called as Intune Management Extension. So now you can open the logs, and here is a logs which will tell you whether it's got the policy or not, or the app installation. So all the things you are going to check inside this log. You can use the CM trash to open Intune logs. Okay, so now the last policy was assigned to this machine is last sync up happened. Um, this is 23 49, and now we have 2357. So let me sync up now, and we'll see. So as soon I click here, this log is going to update now. So you can see and this log is started updated here, and it will fetch all the details from the Intune console. Okay, so now it start picking up the data from the Intune to the end user machine. But as we knows, we are under the cloud and it will take some time to replicate that application, or to replicate the policy first, and then it will taking the application to on this machine. So it will take some time to update it here and to see your application under the app. So anyway, still sync is going on, let it complete, and then we'll talk about the how the application will see in here, and about the logs file. So let me explain you something more into that logs file. This is like 57 from where it got started. My God, 11 49 49. Okay, so we are here. So when I click here on the sync, so how it triggered or received the signal. So this company portal received the signal to start the sync up, and the first request is as it was like on the 25th. So it's tracking when it was the first time sync up happened, and now again we are doing sync up, so it will give you the date when the initially first time it was happened. And the current request is on this is the longer than 1 minute. So on the 25th, so today is the 25th date, and it was like a 16, the current request longer than a 1 minute. So it will give you the some time, and now here you can see the started app sync now. So now your synchronization is started. If you are having any of the red color here, so you can just read that. If it is like all white, so we are almost good here. So now here is a got installation state completed, and this will give you the details whether the policy is reaching to this machine or not, so you can verify all those things here. And now let me go back to, so these are the things, these are the policies it's getting from the Intune portal. So let me go quickly there in the console, and let's see whether the it's got the policy or not, or it's fetched the details or not. Okay, so still my company portal has not get the new application detail here. So once it get the details, then it will update it here. So let us wait for some time until this policy got updated here. Okay, let us check. So now I think it got the policy, and let me go and check it here. So we are under the sync. It done, and let me go to the home. If we have, okay, wow. So it replaced the app, and let me go to the app. And now earlier it was 8.1.1, and now it replaced with the 8.1.2. So it's showing the status is new, and just now it got replaced here. You can check the logs file if you have any error, so you can go and check it here. If it is like the field, that is something about the time sync of field. So now our application is replicated to company portal, and the supersedence is working as how we expected. So now let me go to the again. So in the control panel, and here still I can see in the 8.1.1. Why? Because still we have not triggered this installation. It just showing here, and it replaced with the 8.1.1. So now let us go and click on the install, and let's see how it will work. So again you can open the app, and you can see in the logs here how it's getting updated, or it's getting download there, and then it will be installing the new app. Okay, so what is going on, how we can check, just go here, and you can just check. This is the like okay, here we got the pop-up. Let me explain this. Replaced by this app. So this installer is being replaced by this 8.1.2, and now it will start the installation there. Okay, so let me show you. Now it is showing the installation. No, it's the uninstallation got success for this 8.1.1, and now it will start installation for 8.1.2. So what we was planned here. Let me go the latest log and let's see how it is working here. So where it trigger, let me go with the notepad. Okay, it's going with the yesterday logs. Okay, so when it is around the 57. No, I don't want. Let me check out the something new. Yes. So here it's showing the got result a session of this, and now this is like installation start. This is the detail about the our notepad 8.1.1 old application, and this is the session created start process resolve the application metadata. So now it started what we was expected to do it, and I would like to show you where it's showing it's a uninstalled. So start to available this app. So this app is id for this latest application. Now let me go to the current check path is this. Okay, it's validating the path, then detecting. Okay, so something download time, then stop app. Okay, what is this? Finish the app available. Okay, so this is our the old app id, and then where it is start trigger. So we need to understand thoroughly. We have to read this log and then we can understand it in the more detail. So let me go and search again. Okay, so here it's showing like a notepad 2 installer exe. If you take it in the notepad, then you can understand it better. So let me go and open it into the notepad, and it will show you where it starts. So install behavior start this. This is like a date it's showing in the with the different format, and it will give you the detail where your the notepad 2 got installed and it was replaced with the 8.1. So you have to read it thoroughly, this logs, and then only you will come to know how the process was working. But if it is installed, then everything is good. No need to go and check. Just I'm showing you how you can start troubleshooting for this. So now here it is like everything is good. So how you will get the update where it is like. Okay, so this is detecting false, does not exist this path. Then F3 path exists deleted. Okay, then again it's coming to the same log. So here we can get the detail like the max runtime, retry, and the other things. So here we'll get the details, and old application is installed and it replaced with this. So now let me go to the control panel and let me refresh this. Let me go back and open this. So here now I have. Okay, so now still that app is not showing, and this is what the problem I was facing in the last time also. So let me go and what it is showing. Okay, so it's showing just app was uninstalled, and I think it's waiting to install the another new app. But uh, let me click again and let's see. So not sure why it is taking one time one action only. In the first it uninstalled, and now it is waiting to install that. So now again it's downloading and installing it. So might be there is some problem with this, or we are missing something. I'm not sure, but it should not behave like this. If you seen it here, like a starting the unzip, it downloading this file. The file downloading is going on here. From where the file size, this is for the your the 8.2 and this is what the installation path for your the application 8.1.2, and now we are getting the message it got installed. So I think there was some problem with this process. I'm not sure, just I will find out and I will let you know guys. So I thought it got installed, but it was not installed, and when we click again then it was getting installed there. So let me refresh again, and now here I can see in it now it got upgraded to 8.1.2. So guys, that's how you can work and use the super seedance in the app Intune app deployment. So thank you for watching this video. See you soon in my the next video. Thank you.